and welcome back to my channel. It's Maria Magdalena, and today we're going to talk about this. Of lightning bolts because they scream my existence, and I am not afraid of cancerous bolts because mine also is. I'm not afraid of being chunked out because I have nothing to lose anymore. I'm not afraid to love, but to be loved.
النهارده معانا Maria Lotfi is one of the amazing souls who I have been honored to meet and to get to know in Montreal. Where Maria, she took her time and then now she's working in a very amazing project. Where today we're going to speak in Arabic and in English and whatever language that we make us feel comfortable and connected. عايزة أرحب بماريا وأقول لها إنه أنا متشرفة بيها النهارده وإنه I had this feeling من ساعة ما شفت ماريا إنه هي she's talented and she's open to connect and to make more art. فأقول لك هاي يا ماريا إزيك؟ Sorry يا ماريا, one sec. Yes, we can hear you now.
هاي ازيك؟
تمام, ازيك انتي؟
الشرف ليا كله بصراحة يعني thank you so much for having me.
It's an honor to actually connect with you Maria وانا حاسة انه انا وانتي since we met each other كان في حاجة كده غير الشعر الكيرلي ان احنا yes we want to do more art let's go ahead and we make more art together. First of all Maria انا كنت حابة اعرف الناس شوية عنك and of course as يعني we have been writing in this post in Maria basically she is يعني كل حياتها she was in Montreal and يعني you lived most of your life in Montreal all your life right?
Yeah.
But your roots are Egyptian, so from Egypt. So أنا حاسة طبعا if you feel comfortable to speak more in English and I know you're perfect in French as well بس نخليها شوية عربي شوية English as much as you feel comfortable right?
تمام. Yeah.
Okay, طيب عرفينا يا ماريا انتي مين يا ماريا who are you in a simple way?
أنا اتولدت في مونتريال كبرت في مونتريال عملت حياتي كلها هنا ولا هناك depending where people are وبعدين ذاكرت في جامعة في الترجمة ومن ساعتها يعني بشتغل في الترجمة English French English فما فيش حاجة يعني ما فيش لغة كده special بس Canadian both official languages of Canada في نفس الوقت يعني أنا بحب قوي كتابة ابتديت أكتب من صغري يعني عشان حسيت إن الكتابة دي هي الطريقة اللي أنا ممكن express myself with it وأحكي قصص لقيت نفسي فيها يعني فمن ساعتها يعني ممكن كنت في primary school فممكن كان عندي 10 سنين بعدين لقيت مع الوقت في المدرسة علمونا الشعر وحبيت إن أنا أكتب قصص with a challenge إن أنا ألاقي كلمات كده specials وبتعمل rhyme وفي structure و rhythm وبعدين في الهاي سكول قررت إن أنا هكون صحفية بس ما بقتش صحفية يعني بس كتبت مقالات كتير بحب أوي لما في حاجات في دماغي أفكار وبحس إنها هتاخد يعني وقت طويل من يعني أطول من شعر أو حاجة كده أفضل أكتب مقالة يعني وده فكرة المقالة وكده جت من وأنا مامتي جابت لي كتب تنتن
Yes, I remember Tintin of course ده ثقافتنا صح كلنا
أيوة ده بالنسبة لي تنتن ده like غير حياتي عشان حبيت إن هو صحفي وبيسافر في كل حتة وهو يعني أهم حاجة إن هو يدور على الحقيقة ويقولها للناس حتى لو الحقيقة دي هتوديه يعني هتخليه إن هو ممكن يروح السجن أو يموت عشانها whatever دي كانت أهم حاجة فأنا بالنسبة لي كانت هي دي إن أنا عايزة أعملها يعني عايزة أكتب الحقيقة يعني
Yeah, you're a warrior in yourself as well, and you're taking this idea. أنا صح إن أنت يعني في هدف you want. This is actually what attracted me إن أنت طول الوقت بتتكلمي عن فكرة الحقيقة and to reach out the truth. وأنا كنت حابة أتكلم معاكي أكتر في الجزء ده. بس قبل ما نتنقل للسؤال ده أنا عايزة أعرف هو إيه اللي غير اتجاه الدراسة and why you have been في الترجمة. ليه وإيه اللي حصل في الجزء ده؟
لما جه الوقت الجامعة ما كنتش عارفة أختار إيه، يعني أختار الجامعة اللي أنا بحبها أكتر ولا البروجرام اللي أنا بحبه أكتر. فالبروجرام كان جورناليزم بس الجامعة كانت ميجيل. ميجيل ما كانتش عندها بروجرام في يعني جورناليزم. كونكورديا كانت عندها بس. فماما ادتني ادفايس كده، قالتني لو خدتي الترجمة هتعرفي تكتبي كويس قوي في الانجليش and French equally، وهتقدري بعديها في المستقبل تكتبي اي مقال اللي انت عايزاه، يعني مش لازم bachelor's في journalism. دي ممكن تاخدي كورات بعديها سيشن كده. فقلت اوكي رحت يعني في الطريق ده. واكشلي انا مش ندمانه خالص دلوقتي لما بفكر فيها. اياميها كنت بقول كنت لازم اروح الصحفيه وما اعرفش ايه. دلوقتي لقيت ان في نيد جامد في especially مع التكنولوجي وكده. الناس خلاص ما بقتش تكتب زي زمان او بتروح بسرعه، حتى التكستينج وكده يلا اي يعني الناس ما عندهاش وقت يعني تفكر في الجرامر والحاجات دي وستراكشر. ودي بالنسبه لي it became a passion، ومش عايزه الناس يعني مش عايزه اللغه تضيع
Yeah, it's actually really important. أنا بصدق إن كل خطوة بناخدها in the way it's important in the end، ومفيش حاجة بتروح على الفاضي. Everything we're doing is happening for a reason. So actually إنه كل حاجة عملتيها it's meant to be in your way, in your path. وماريا عايزة أنط معاكي للسؤال بتاع because you're mentioning a lot about your mom. هو إزاي دور الفاميلي to support the artist من وإحنا صغيرين and how this يعني work for everyone actually في إن هم يسupportوا whatever you want. ما حدش قالك لا يا ماريا انت لازم تكوني دكتوره او مهندسه ليه، يعني عارفه قصدي السكه دي. and طبعا if you want to connect with Maria تحبوا تكتبوا اي تعليقات you're the most welcome. you can write comments هقراها لها و she can see it as well. واول تعليق جاي لنا النهارده من فادي دباجه. he's one of our close friends من لبنان. وفادي بيقول we miss you guys. ميرسي يا فادي. انا هقول حاجه صغيره بعد اذنك يا ماريا في النقطه دي، ان احنا بقالنا بس فتره we're trying to connect more مع العالم الحقيقي الخارجي، لانه احنا قعدنا فتره طويله قوي على السكرين. we still want of course to interview more artists and more people and we talk more about art. بس in the same time كنا بنحاول نعمل التوازن ده لانه شويه الدنيا فتحت فنقدر نتحرك with the safety rules and the masks وكده. فعشان كده احنا كمان we miss you قوي يا فادي. بس معلش سامحنا كنا بنتحرك بره في الهواء الطلق. Okay, and we're back. قولي لي ماريا please about the family and the support of the family.
يعني أنا بصراحة عمري ما فكرت إن في ناس ما لهمش أهل زي بتوعي. إن أنا طول عمري أهلي أي حاجة عاوزة أعملها، أي مشروع طب يلا بينا. يعني ما كانش في questioning قوي. ممكن يكون في خوف، يعني عايزين المشروع ده ينجح فهيدوني نصيحة يعني أو يقولوني طب وأنا كمان عندي I'm too ambitious أو هنط من فكرة التانية ومش حتى مش هبتدي الفكرة الأولانية أو هخلصها. فهم أكتر بيشتغلوا كأنهم يعني mediator كده، يقولوني طب استني step by step فكري كويس. فده بالنسبة لي السبورت من أهلي أهم حاجة، عشان من غير أهلي ما كنتش حاضر حتى الكتاب اللي أنا كتبته ما كانش هيطلع. من غيرهم ما كنتش حابة أصلا يعني حاضر أفكر إن أنا أعمل فن أو أكتب. بعدين بيتهيألي يعني الكتابة وكده جاية من ماما، عشان هي اللي علمتني من صغري إن أنا أقرأ كتب أحسن من أعمل حاجة يعني ملهاش لازمة أنا أكون. وحتى بابا بيقول لازم طول الوقت إن أنا يعني I need to always learn and educate myself before I say يعني إن أنا عارفة حاجة. يعني أحسن أقول إن أنا معرفش وأتعلم وكذا يعني. فالاتنين مع بعض combination حلو ماما وبابا. و يعني بالسبورت ده بتحسي بحبهم يعني. والخوف يعني خوف مش النيجاتيف، الخوف ان يعني هم كمان ورايا عايزني
in your back supporting and just guiding but not telling you in order what to do. and I can feel it of course. أنا بالنسبة لي I was lucky as well that I had almost the same atmosphere في بيتنا يعني the same kind of parents. متهيألي هيبقوا أصحاب لما يتقابلوا يعني هيحسوا ان هم ماشيين في نفس الطريق. طيب ماريا عايزة أسمع منك أكتر عن الكتاب. ايه الكتاب اللي انت طلعتيه and what is all about؟
كله شعر يعني it's all poems، في شوية prose كده. بس هو الحكاية أنا أصلا ما كنتش عايزة أطلع كتاب عشان ما أعرفش، كنت حاسة إن مش الوقت المناسب، ويعني ما عنديش the right resources or enough resources إن أنا أعمل كتاب يعني بنفسي كده لوحدي. فما فكرتش فيها لغاية مرة يعني السنة كده 2014 كده، دي كانت بداية انستغرام، ما كانش بس صور، الناس ابتدت تحط حاجات تانية، والبداية الماركتينج كده على الانستغرام. فلقيت ناس بتكتب وبتحط الشعور بتاعها whatever على الانستغرام. فقلت انا هبتدي اعمل نفس الحكايه ونشوف يعني هيوديني فين. لقيت ان في ناس بتقول ان هي تبع كده publishing house. لما رحت اشوف publishing house دي لقيتها ان هي جايب فكره جديده، ان يعني الناس ممكن تعمل sign up كده تحط فيه، والpublishing house مش هتعمل لك اي control on يعني your creativity or يعني انت عندك الفريدم كله وتعملي انت عايزاه، وهم بس يساعدوكي في الببلشنج وفي يعني ماركتينج وكده. قلت اوكي، فاي سايند اب وكله، خدت كده 10 شهور اكتب الشغل بتوعي وكده. وبعدين فطبعا الفكرة جت بسرعة، يعني قلت كل الحاجات اللي أنا عمري حطيتها أونلاين يعني من طفولتي لغاية الوقت اللي أنا كنت فيه، يعني كان عندي 21 سنة لما الكتاب طلع وكده. أي experiences, experiences, family members or حتى أصحابي their experiences, even strangers، يعني أي حاجة that inspired me يعني كتبتها في كتابي يعني. وبعدين لما قبل أبعت المانuscript بتاعي للببلشنج هاوس رحت على الانستغرام ولقيت إن كل الناس اللي كانت تكتب وتابع الببلشنج هاوس دي قعدوا بقى يعني يشتموا فيها أو يقولوا إن publishing house دي actually is not legit و they actually control people ما أعرفش إيه، وكان كله يعني كله حاجة negative.
bad reviews.
Yeah, bad reviews جدا
Oh my god. بس كنت already عملتي الeffort to collect all your material عشان تطلعي الكتاب.
Yeah, بس
okay.
الحمد لله ما بعتش المانuscript، بس كان خلاص already هنا. فأنا حسيت إن ربنا كان عايز يكتب كتاب وخلاني أروح الطريقة دي عشان أكتبه، وبعدين أنا أتصرف بقى إيه في يعني the how بقى on my own. فده الوقت ده اللي أنا رحت أشوف ماما وبابا وأقول لهم طب يعني كان عندي أنا بالنسبة لي كنت هعملها مفاجأة، ويعني بعد الببلشنج هاوس وكده ما كنتش عاوزة أقول لحد، بس قلت لهم بقى حصل كذا كذا يعني. قالوا لي طيب أوكي نعمل إيه إحنا like what's next step، قولنا يلا like
we'll support you.
أيوة، ما كانش في حاجة. كاني أنا بقول لهم مثلا أنا جالي يعني 85% في الرياضة، طب أوكي برافو يعني، ما كانش في أي شوك ولا حاجة، طب يلا نشتغل يعني. فكذا يعني احنا we planned it out. دورنا على printing company. حاولت اعمل like planning كده في البيت party كده launching party.
Yeah. برافو عليكي. So you did it. The dreams are going on. You didn't stop.
Yeah, I didn't stop. Yeah. بس حسيت بعد الكتاب طلع وكده ان كان بدري عليا، او يعني ليه عملت الكتاب ده يعني ما فيش I had high expectations. ممكن يعني كنت بحس يعني ممكن كنت عاوزة الناس أكتر يشوفوه أو كده، بس لقيت إن أنا ممكن ما كنتش في right ما كانش عندي right audience. فمع الوقت لقيت الناس اللي فاهمة يعني فن أو فاهمة value of الكتاب والeffort وكده يعني.
Yeah, I think it was not wrong or right. It was just meant to be. But then, and you're learning from the experience to develop the experience and to make it better. And then,
Yeah.
in the right time, we will go back ونقول للناس يا جماعة اللي حابب يعني ياخد فكرة عن الكتاب هنحط links after the interview. And as well, we would love. أنا هستأذنك, I will say this in English so I can reach يعني more people as well. Everything will be down there after the interview, so you can reach Maria's book, you can reach her. She have as well a very beautiful YouTube channel. And now we would love to focus about the podcast. And هستأذنك Maria as well, we speak about the podcast in English because I think you're interviewing people basically in English, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to talk more about this, and as well how this affecting Arab Canadian who are basically like roots the Arab, but they lived all their life in Canada. So how can we make this an open door for everyone to connect with you and to tell you, hey, I'm here and I'm like, I don't know, basically from la, but I'm Canadian and I have never been to this country. How this makes, I think, kind of a healing situation when people connecting and talk about their stories. So I would love to know more about this. And we have another comment, of course. I will just try to let you see the lovely comments that you're having here. And yeah, you see, you're talented, and I think this is what actually I have been talking about. And the artist, you shouldn't be like, I'm only writing scripts, I'm only writing. You can do a lot of a lot of things, right?
Actually, Minkin, like last year, for a while, this was a question between like me and my friends. Like we always felt like we had to be one thing. Like if we're yani, when you present yourself to people, you say, oh, I'm a doctor or I'm this, and that's it. There isn't much than that. And then for me as an artist, it was very difficult. I couldn't say, sorry, I'm only a writer. I'm only a photographer. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be labeled. Yani. I had to like practice in my mind to accept that I'm just all over the place, yani, and I'm creating, like mixing all different types of art together. Yani, like.
Yeah, and what about the podcast? That's أيوة, إيه الحكاية? What is the story?
Since I never I got to write articles and I got to be like a journalist, kind of independent and freelance for a while. I still felt for a while didn't like actually the last 2 years I didn't write many articles and I didn't write for any website or anyone yet, and I missed asking questions, writing about it. I missed that process. So at first I started interviewing people using my camera and having like a video setting. I would go and meet the people, take the footage, edit it and all that. But it was hectic and tiring, especially on my own. And especially that I started, working in Ottawa, and then I had to, when I came back for the weekends in Montreal, my whole weekend was only focused on doing a podcast. I didn't even have time, like with the family, and not the podcast, sorry, like the videos and all that. I took some time. I stopped filming and asking people to interview them, and I thought, the more I would listen to podcasts, I loved that idea of just having a conversation with someone. And that's because I love talking.
Welcome to the club. Yes.
So, and this is already, I felt like I don't want to always edit and cut and like only have one person talking and then it's mundane. Like I wanted an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, like, people, when they wash their clothes, when they, do something else, they listen to a podcast at work, when they go for a walk, they don't need to look at it. I went with the idea of the podcast. I went with it because I thought, what? I want to discover people. And I like, for once, I don't want it to be about me. Because when I write, it's always about what I know. But this time I wanted to learn something new.
This is nice of you.
It took a lot of, check out your ego, not being selfish, like it as an artist, especially, like you have to always get out of your bubble. We're so used to being in our world.
But you know what I discovered, and this is a secret, like we can share together, and now like we're live and everyone can hear it. I believe that when we shine together. So actually, when I interview you, I always ask something to myself, and I learn from you. So it's not like I'm only taking. Actually, I take and give, and from here I learn as well from your experience. And it's kind of a pleasure that I can see you doing something good that makes me have the hope that if I continue as well in my beliefs and the way that I do art, I will do something good as well. You know, like, I don't know, the idea of the circle, like when you stand and everybody will stand together. So I believe that actually what you're doing is amazing. Well, and guys, I want you to know that Maria invited me to have an interview with her in the podcast. So yani, wait for it. I have a lot to say.
Yeah, we'll take all the time.
Thank you.
أكيد يعني. And that what you just said reminded me. My boss at work once reminded me, like, she told me, you know, when you learn something at work, it doesn't necessarily apply only to arts. When you learn something, you use it and you practice it and then you master it. And then it's time to like teach it to other people so that you can learn something new. So it's like you said, like a circle, a cycle, and then what you learn, it's good to like, you want people to also succeed, right? And to learn. And then if you don't pass it on, you're not going to grow either.
You need to let go, and then you can receive something new as well for yourself. Yeah, this is the human nice way actually of learning and giving and receiving. And I'm so proud of you as well. And we have Marie Fahim, she's saying proud of you as well. Oh, she's your mom. This is really nice. I am so proud of both of you, actually. I believe in this connection between mothers, grandmothers, and daughters, how this is coming and how she's giving you as well, right? And she's not willing to take anything, but now she's taking of being proud of you. In indirect way. So merci Auntie Maria for all your support. طيب عندي سؤال تاني يا Maria, another question, and I think yes we might be like we keep going in English if this is okay. Why you want to speak about people who are not really you interviewing people who are not really like, not, I will not say famous, but not easy for them to be being there in the light of the media and reaching out. And why do you think it's important actually to interview this artist who actually need the most to be in light of the media, the light of the media?
For a couple of reasons. The first, the media has a system and a protocol to interview specific kind of people. So it's not fair for the rest of us who don't fit in that protocol. Second of all, I always told myself, like, if I don't make it in my stuff, like I'm not setting myself up to failure. But if I, let's say my life turned a different way and I'm doing other things than writing or being an artist, whatever, then at least I was part of helping someone become like get more recognition at least, or like I help them in their own success. That for me, that is more rewarding than like only me all the time, you know?
Yeah.
And the third, I thought, you know, when people listen to interviews and all that, they feel less alone, even if they haven't met the person yet. And when you have someone closer to you and more relatable than like a super, you know, like nice celebrity or something, it's easier to connect and feel less lonely than having all the glamorous, you know, part of social media, and that we don't live. Like, you feel like when you look at this, you have to force yourself to be someone you're not. And for me, like, I want my podcast to be as authentic as possible, like, and real, you know. These are the main reasons why the podcast, and like why I want to give like recognition to people, and I just want to let people know that like anyone deserves to be in the spotlight, whether you even if you don't want it. Like your story can change someone else's life. Just the part, it could be just a notion of your part, you know. And you were talking about healing and love. I feel like with everything that's going on in the world, the one thing that is missing is love, like right now. And it, like, so if we actually show, if we show that there are different stories and different ways of living a life and different paths to follow, then people will be more open and less won't be, and less judgmental. And less judgmental means more loving. Like, so, like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, you know, I totally in with you in the same way of thinking and beliefs. So I want to jump from here about as well something we common between us as well. How do you feel about being, again, the roots in Egypt is back there as an Arab, and being in Canada all your life? So you when you say I am Maria, you say I'm Maria, I'm Canadian and rooted in Egypt, right? So it is the right way to feel about who you are. And tell me more, if you have more friends and more artists who feel like maybe being in connection with this roots, and as well introducing themselves in Canada as Canadian based, rooted in somewhere in the world. How art can help us to get connected more and tell our stories.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I know, it's like our life story, right? I know this, I totally, yeah, I'm there, and I know kind of part of the puzzle of the answer, but I want to hear your opinion as much as you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable talking about this.
No, I can't. Yeah, well, for a while I felt like I couldn't be both at the same time. Like, I couldn't be Canadian and Egyptian, or I couldn't be like Egyptian while being Canadian. Like, I always felt like in the community, like in Canada, they don't see you as Canadian, and then like in the Egyptian community, they don't see you as Egyptian because you lived your whole life in Canada. So like, it was so annoying. Like, why? Like, because like I was brought up yani with Egyptian like traditions, like, but at the same time I went to French schools, or so I didn't understand why we had to be one thing and put like there, as if there was a rule saying like you can only be this or that, and since I couldn't, then sorry, you're like rejected, killer. So I think with some friends who are, I know one person, she's her name is Alexa Amal. So if people want to check her out, she's a writer, and she always describes herself as having, she's not just one nationality. Like, she was born and raised in Montreal, but then like she's half Egyptian and Lebanese, and I don't know, like she has a lot of different like nationalities, and she always felt that struggle. But now she takes pride into being all these things because it made her like a richer person, like yani knowing a lot of cultures and being like more open. I feel like the solution is to just accept who you are, and to know that there isn't like 2 or 3 copies of you. And like, so like, and if you decide to like hide one side, or hide, like, for a while, like I don't think I was connected to my Egyptian roots until university. Like, until I found people who were like, I was mostly, I had like, as a young kid, I didn't have many Egyptian friends, but then in university I got closer to my Egyptian community. And then that made me want to speak more in Arabic, or that made me want to, like, actually, you know what, maybe Egypt is not what I thought it was, you know, like, until, and I actually believe that if you don't get to know your roots, it's really hard for you to know where to go later in the future. It's it's like when you know where you come from, you know where you're headed to. Like, so when I did
it's part of the healing and accepting for yourself, and then you could be healthy member in the society to go ahead, and not to, you know, I think anything anyone should heal with is to really accept themselves totally the way they are, and then from there we can continue moving, shining, and be able to not to resist a lot in ourselves, and then we can really give in a healthy way what we have to give, right? Which is love, creative ideas, helping others when we first helped ourselves to continue, right?
And both nationalities together, like, connect them. you know, maybe like the Canadian side will see that the Egyptian side is not that different in the end. We're all human, right? Like we have universal languages, like
yeah. I totally believe the art is connecting us all, and I think it's kind of magic that in Canada we can see all these different nationalities and people coming from all over the world. This is amazing. This could be actually a strong, amazing point to do more art and connecting different cultures together, and even cooking together will make it more beautiful because we learn from each other and discover every day something new. And I think this is one of the things that will not stop having, you know, this kind of energy, adding more to the society and helping to get to learn from each other, some French, some English, some Arabic, some, I don't know, different language. And it's important. It's magical.
Yeah. I feel like for the Arabic community, I feel like if we let go of rules, we put a lot of limits into being who we are. Like we always think of what people think of us, and we always, you know, we limit ourselves to be, you know. If we just open this door and you know, open
and let go of the image, or how I can't actually speak about all Arab because I'm not sure how all Arab is, you know, like reacting and doing, but I have this idea about how people are having these spheres and shields and trying to protect themselves by building an image, while as you said, basically we're all human and we can just connect in different ways. And I have another question for you, Maria, as well. And of course, every topic we're talking about, it took like maybe you can speak like an hour more about it, but I want to speak with you more about your photography field. You're also taking photos, and what about this, and where is heading?
Photography is the different way of expressing myself, but not about it's a bit like oh wait, I just saw a comment, sorry. It's not like, for me, writing, like I always feel like writing, like I found writing to be able to express myself or stand up for myself. But photography, like it found me. Like I was in arts and letters, and then like I had a photography class, and I just, you know, learned about it. Like I didn't think of it much, and I just liked having a camera. I always thought if I want to do any project on my own, like videos, I need a camera. But it was more for filming videos. Like I never thought of taking pictures until later, by little by little, I saw friends starting a blog, or friends, you know, needing on Instagram, like becoming influencers. So sometimes I would talk about it. I'd be like, oh, like I saw you started this blog, and then they'd be like, yeah, but I need someone to take pictures for me or whatever. I was like, I'm here. Like, you know, like for me, it's like I wanted to get to know more people, like just have more friends, and at the same time, like, oh, you need a camera, I have one, I'm not doing much with it either, like. And it started this way until like I feel like every photo shoot I've done so far, it was just whatever happens, and the result like I never thought of my angles, or I just wanted a nice artistic picture. Like for me, the goal was always to have a story, like in my photograph, and to have people read it the way they want, you know. So I was never into commercial photography or like wedding photography or whatever, but it was always like people who know me, like Maria has a camera, she can help us out. So this is why I also started doing like weddings or like engagements, because let's say my cousins, when they got married, they needed someone with a camera, or like quick for you know, a session between couples. Or it started this way, and then it's not something I would tell people. Like I'd rather tell people I write than I take pictures. But then it seems like pictures are, you know, people relate to pictures more sometimes because it's very visual, or they don't, maybe there aren't a lot of readers or something. So
Yeah, I believe as well that actually using all the tools that we have and we can reach different kind of people. This is amazing, right? And it's whatever how it's not about the how many we reach. It's just reaching out. It's actually helping. And I know, you know what, we have this advice that we shouldn't cross that 20 minutes, but we usually we do. So it's just happening. But I want to ask a last question, and then we have to say that we really would love to have you more with us in the page. And I wanted to tell people that we're honored as well to have Maria with us as an editor in the page. So Maria will be able to post her pictures, her podcast, the writing that she's doing, and she can use the page as platform to tell people, the منصة فنية, to reach for people and connect with Maria and tell her about your writing. If you want Maria to have an interview with you and you're in whatever where in the world, Maria as well might have, you know, the schedule, and then we can be all having the light and the spotlight to connect together. So welcome, Maria, to Canadian Arab art in Canada. And you actually the great member of Canadian Arab in Canada. Yes, this is amazing.
The all honor is all me, like that's such a big honor for me, and like a great pleasure. Like it's just my soul is happy for sure. I mean, it's great.
And I feel like everything is happening for a reason. That this is the thing. I saw the broadcast and I was like, it's happening, the project. And basically the page started with to connect, to support people to shine more. And I think especially people who have been doing a really hard effort to do something, to connect, to shine by themselves. I think if we can help each other to shine together, this will be amazing. So thank you for accepting being with us. And the last question, Maria, and I just want to up to you if you want to open this. What is the future projects for you, except being with us, of course, in the page? But what is the future that you want to, like, dreaming of, you know, achieving in the future?
I really want to take a break from writing poems, and I want to. This is my best friend from high school, and I want to start. Because there are a lot of issues right now in the world, right? Like political, social, cultural issues. And I want to dig in more into these subjects and find an opinion that can like unite people together. So I want to focus more on writing essays. I want to have a book of essays at some point. I want to focus on writing in French because it's my mother tongue and I haven't done that in a while. So these are on my mind. I want to experiment in writing other genres than in writing poetry. I want to write maybe biographies of people, again, that we don't talk about. Maybe, and then I hope to go back on YouTube or create videos. I haven't done that in 2 years, maybe, or a year now. And
this is a big list, yes, and you can achieve it all.
I don't know, but شوية, but maybe in the future, like go into film writing, screenwriting.
Okay, and we have a special request from R.E., I guess. Maria, speak Arab, please. So we're going to translate everything we said in Arabic as well. But this is one of our challenge in Canada, right? The thing that we kind of living through. That أنا مثلا, for me, I don't speak Arabic in the house with my kids. أنا ما بتكلمش عربي في البيت مع أولادي, لأنه أنا عارفة إنه outside هم كمان هيبقوا بيتكلموا more in English. They're learning French. So I think one of the other things that we're kind of trying to make the balance of being who we are and being as well connected to the society. And I don't know, let it be. There is no judgment about whatever you feel comfortable with. اللي بيريحك يا Maria, it's up to you. بس لو عايزة تتكلمي بالعربي for the special request, it's up to you as well.
خلاص ماشي, أنا ما عنديش مانع خالص.
هنترجم بسرعة. ماريا هتبقى editor معانا في الصفحة, and you have big dreams جاية, أحلام كبيرة جاية.
اوكي. فالاحلام دي كنت بقول ان انا عاوزه نفسي اكتب ما اعرفش ايه البلورال اوف موضوع, بس مناضي or like يعني موضوع يعني على حاجات سياسية cultural
موضوع subject.
ونفسي أكتب كمان بالفرنساوي عشان هي اللغة الأولانية اللي أنا اتعلمت أكلمها. ونفسي ممكن أخد يعني أعمل يعني short clips على اليوتيوب فيديوهات، أو كمان أدخل يعني أكتب سيناريوز يعني لأفلام أو حاجات كده. يعني ده في المستقبل بقى البعيد قوي، بس نبتدي شوية شوية كده يعني في الكتابة يعني.
Okay, so from here I want to invite everyone. عايزة أعزمكم كلكم إن أنتوا تحضروا الشغل بتاع ماريا. ماريا will be able هتبقى قادرة تحط كل اللينكس بتاعت البودكاست بتاعتها وشغلها. تابعوا ماريا and see what's happening, and especially see me and Maria coming soon واحنا على البودكاست بتاعها، عشان أنا هتكلم كتير. So yes, you might want to تبقوا بتعملوا حاجة وتسمعوا. Right?
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you, Maria, for being here with us today. شكرا إن أنتي كنتي معانا هنا النهاردة. I love you and I'm so happy with this energy. Yes, we will meet soon. هنتقابل قريب. يعني open to connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Maria.
For your time. Thank you.
Yeah, حبيبتي, of course. It's a pleasure. Of course. طيب. Okay, we'll leave now. We'll close at 40 minutes of the interview, and I hope كنت أتمنى كل حد حابب يعرف أكتر عن الصفحة وعن Maria. You can now connect with Maria من خلال الصفحة immediately.
Yes.
تمام. Bye.